Welcome back to the audio bookshelf. We hope you enjoy the book, and please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons to get our latest content. Please enjoy The Art of War for Everyday Life. Presented by Theo E. David from the audio bookshelf. Part 1, Introduction. In this timeless guide to strategy, Sun Tzu's insights have transcended centuries and fields of conflict, offering wisdom not only for the battlefield but for the challenges we face daily. The Art of War for Everyday Life translates these ancient principles into actionable strategies for navigating the complexities of modern living. Whether it's achieving your goals, overcoming obstacles, or understanding the motivations of those around you, Sun Tzu's teachings provide a unique and powerful perspective. The wisdom within these pages doesn't require a background in military strategy. It's a set of guidelines for anyone who wants to live with purpose, act with intention, and make thoughtful decisions. Each principle is more than a tactic, it's a philosophy on how to perceive and interact with the world, how to act wisely, and ultimately, how to succeed. Throughout this book, we will explore the key tenets of the art of war, adapted to offer guidance on personal growth, self-discipline, relationships, and resilience. Every lesson has been chosen with the modern individual in mind, carefully translated into a form that's both timeless and relevant. Each chapter will open up new strategies to help you not just survive the daily battles of life, but to thrive. Let's delve into the art of war for everyday life and discover how Sun Tzu's principles can become your ally in both the mundane and monumental challenges of today. Chapter 1, Know Yourself, Know Your Enemy. Sun Tzu begins by emphasizing the importance of knowledge, both of oneself and of one's adversaries. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. In everyday life, this means self-awareness is key. Knowing your strengths and weaknesses helps you understand your own motivations, anticipate your reactions, and plan your actions. In contrast, knowing your enemy, whether that's a challenging goal, an upcoming project, or even a competing viewpoint, helps you prepare effectively. This principle doesn't advocate conflict for the sake of conflict, but promotes strategic thinking in all areas. Approach each task with preparation, knowing your own capabilities and limitations as well as the demands of the situation. By understanding both, you'll be able to make decisions that lead to the best possible outcomes. Consider this: imagine a scenario where you're preparing for a job interview. Knowing yourself means understanding your skills, recognizing the experiences that best highlight those skills, and being aware of areas where you may need improvement. Knowing the enemy means researching the company, understanding its values, the challenges it faces, and the skills it seeks in a candidate. By understanding both, you position yourself as the ideal choice, ready to meet the company's needs with confidence and insight. Chapter 2, Plan Your Moves Carefully. Sun Tzu advises, all warfare is based on deception. But in our daily lives, we can interpret this not as a call for deceit but as a reminder to approach our plans with forethought. Planning carefully means anticipating challenges, preparing for contingencies, and knowing when to adapt. In life, this might mean carefully plotting a career path, setting realistic milestones, and assessing potential roadblocks along the way. Sun Tzu's principle invites us to think ahead and understand that plans might not always go as intended. By expecting the unexpected, we give ourselves room to adjust, making our journey more resilient to setbacks. Let's take the example of saving for a big purchase. Instead of merely putting money away each month, think strategically. Perhaps you anticipate unexpected expenses or economic changes. With careful planning, setting aside emergency funds, or even building a secondary income stream, you increase your chances of reaching your goal without undue strain. Chapter 3, Adapt to Circumstances. One of Sun Tzu's core teachings is flexibility. In war, the way is to avoid what is strong and strike at what is weak. For us, this means learning to adapt and respond to changing circumstances rather than rigidly holding onto a plan that may no longer serve us. Life is full of unpredictability, and our success often depends on our ability to adjust when things don't go as expected. Adaptability is the skill of recognizing when a plan isn't working and being open to alternative approaches. For example, imagine you've set a goal to complete a project by a certain date, but unforeseen obstacles arise. Rather than becoming discouraged or giving up, Sun Tzu's principle would suggest finding a different route to the goal. This might involve reassessing priorities, seeking new resources, or even reevaluating the goal itself to see if adjustments are necessary. The practice of adaptability can be invaluable in personal relationships as well. Each individual brings unique perspectives, challenges, and emotions to a relationship, and conflicts may arise as a result. Rather than sticking rigidly to one perspective or approach, try to understand where the other person is coming from, adapting your communication style or expectations as needed. By being flexible, you build a stronger, more resilient connection. Chapter 4: Timing is Everything. Sun Tzu writes, "He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight." Timing is a crucial element in all of our pursuits, and knowing when to act and when to hold back can make a world of difference. Acting too soon can result in mistakes, while waiting too long may lead to missed opportunities. Mastering the art of timing is about finding that delicate balance and learning to trust your instincts when it matters most. Consider someone who wants to make a major life change, like starting a business. Launching at the wrong time, perhaps during a period of economic instability or before proper research is conducted, might lead to unnecessary struggles. However, waiting indefinitely or hesitating too long might allow others to fill the gap in the market. By observing the landscape and making a move at the right time, success becomes more achievable. In relationships and interactions with others, timing can play a similarly important role. Expressing an idea, sharing feedback, or addressing a concern at the right moment can have a significant impact. Approaching someone when they're open to conversation rather than when they're preoccupied or stressed allows for more meaningful and effective exchanges. Sun Tzu's wisdom on timing can help us achieve harmony in our interactions and maximize the impact of our actions. Chapter 5: Discipline and Consistency. Another central tenet of the art of war is discipline. Sun Tzu states, "The consummate leader cultivates the moral law and strictly adheres to method and discipline." In modern life, this translates to maintaining consistency in our actions and staying disciplined in our pursuits. Achieving any significant goal requires sustained effort and a commitment to our principles. Consider someone training for a marathon. The goal requires months of preparation, and each day's training is a step toward that ultimate finish line. Without the discipline to train regularly and follow a structured plan, the chances of completing the race decrease. Sun Tzu's emphasis on discipline encourages us to stay dedicated, even when the process is challenging or tedious. In the workplace, discipline can be the difference between meeting and exceeding expectations. Whether it's adhering to deadlines, maintaining high standards in one's work, or continuously striving to improve, discipline brings structure and purpose to our efforts. By cultivating a disciplined approach, we are better equipped to achieve our goals, make progress over time, and build a reputation for reliability and excellence. Chapter 6: Avoid the fight when possible. Sun Tzu often advises restraint, emphasizing that the most successful battles are those we don't have to fight. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. In our own lives, this principle can serve as a reminder that many conflicts can be avoided or resolved through diplomacy, understanding, or strategic avoidance. This doesn't mean avoiding challenges or conflicts altogether, but recognizing when a confrontation may not be necessary or productive. For instance, in a workplace disagreement, instead of immediately jumping into a heated debate, consider other ways to address the issue. Perhaps a private conversation, a compromise, or a carefully worded email can help resolve the matter without escalating tensions. In personal life, avoiding unnecessary conflicts can contribute to greater peace and satisfaction. By choosing not to engage in arguments over minor issues, we save energy and maintain harmony in our relationships. Sun Tzu's wisdom teaches us to pick our battles wisely, focusing our efforts on areas that genuinely matter and letting go of those that don't. Chapter 7: Leverage your strengths. Sun Tzu states, "He who knows when he can fight and when he cannot, will be victorious." This principle underscores the importance of knowing and using one's strengths to their fullest potential. In our lives, this means recognizing our unique abilities and capitalizing on them rather than comparing ourselves to others or striving to excel in areas where we may not be as strong. Understanding your own strengths allows you to work more effectively and make choices that align with your natural talents. If you're naturally skilled at organizing, focus on roles or tasks that allow you to use this strength. By leveraging what you excel at, you can achieve better results and find greater satisfaction in your work. This principle is also valuable when working with others. Knowing the strengths and talents of those around you can help you delegate effectively and build strong, collaborative teams. Rather than trying to do everything yourself, recognize when someone else's strengths complement your own and work together to achieve a common goal. By focusing on and making the most of individual strengths, we can all contribute more meaningfully to our endeavors. Chapter 8. Embrace Simplicity. Sun Tzu advises that simplicity is often the best approach. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. In our lives, embracing simplicity means stripping away unnecessary complications and focusing on what truly matters. When we become overwhelmed by complexity, it's easy to lose sight of our goals and become distracted by the multitude of options and details in front of us. Simplicity allows us to cut through the noise and work with clarity. Imagine working on a project with numerous moving parts and complex demands. While it's tempting to tackle everything at once, it's often more effective to prioritize the essentials. By focusing on the core elements that will have the biggest impact, you not only make progress faster but also reduce stress and increase productivity. Sun Tzu's principle reminds us that clarity and focus come from simplicity. By breaking down complex tasks into manageable steps, we achieve our goals with greater ease. In our personal lives, embracing simplicity can lead to more fulfilling relationships and a better quality of life. Instead of striving for excess, focusing on meaningful connections, experiences, and values often brings a deeper sense of contentment. By identifying and letting go of what doesn't serve us, we create space for the things that do, allowing for a life that is both purposeful and satisfying. Chapter 9. Turn weakness into strength. Sun Tzu teaches that weaknesses, when acknowledged and understood, can become sources of strength. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. This concept isn't about deception but about recognizing areas of vulnerability and finding ways to compensate for or even leverage them. In everyday life, everyone has areas where they may feel less confident or capable. However, by examining these perceived weaknesses, we often discover hidden strengths or opportunities for growth. For example, someone who feels shy in social situations might develop excellent listening skills or a unique way of connecting with others. Instead of seeing shyness as a disadvantage, they can leverage it to build meaningful relationships. Similarly, in a professional setting, a lack of experience in one area can lead to resourcefulness or a fresh perspective that others may overlook. Sun Tzu's insight encourages us to not shy away from our weaknesses but to embrace them, finding creative ways to turn them into assets. Recognizing our vulnerabilities gives us the chance to transform them into powerful aspects of our identity and approach. Chapter 10. Use energy efficiently. Sun Tzu emphasizes the importance of conserving energy, noting that the general who wins a battle makes many calculations in his temple before the battle is fought. For us, this means being intentional about where we invest our energy and resources. Time and energy are limited, and using them wisely increases our chances of success in any endeavor. In day-to-day life, many people find themselves stretched thin, trying to juggle multiple responsibilities and commitments. By focusing on the tasks and relationships that align with our values and goals, we can prevent burnout and increase our effectiveness. This might involve prioritizing important tasks over urgent but non-essential ones or learning to say no to commitments that don't serve our bigger purpose. Energy efficiency also applies to our mental and emotional resources. Practicing mindfulness, setting boundaries, and managing stress all contribute to a balanced and sustainable lifestyle. By carefully choosing where to channel our energy, we're more likely to make meaningful progress without exhausting ourselves along the way. Chapter 11, Anticipate Change and Be Proactive. Sun Tzu reminds us that in the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. In life, change is inevitable, and success often depends on our ability to foresee and adapt to shifting circumstances. Rather than fearing change, Sun Tzu encourages us to see it as an opportunity for growth and to be proactive in adjusting to new realities. Anticipating change means being aware of trends, recognizing early signs of transition, and being willing to step out of our comfort zone. In a work environment, this could mean staying informed about industry developments and learning new skills to stay relevant. Being proactive allows us to stay ahead, preparing for shifts rather than merely reacting to them. In our personal lives, being adaptable and open to change can prevent us from becoming stuck in patterns that no longer serve us. Relationships, careers, and personal goals all evolve, and by embracing this reality, we can find new pathways and opportunities that might otherwise remain hidden. Sun Tzu's wisdom reminds us to remain open, flexible, and ready to make the most of whatever changes come our way. Chapter 12, Build Alliances and Seek Support. In The Art of War, Sun Tzu speaks to the power of alliances, noting that collaboration and mutual support are often keys to victory. The wise warrior avoids the battle but makes sure he is surrounded by allies. In our own lives, building strong connections with others provides a foundation for achieving our goals and overcoming obstacles. Building alliances means seeking out people who share our values and goals or who have complementary strengths and perspectives. Whether it's at work, in our communities, or within our personal circles, these connections offer not only support but also inspiration, new ideas, and fresh perspectives. Surrounding ourselves with allies allows us to grow stronger together, each bringing unique strengths to the table. On a personal level, this might mean seeking advice from mentors, working closely with teammates, or forming friendships that bring positivity and encouragement. In challenging times, our alliances provide a support network, helping us persevere and succeed. Sun Tzu's insight encourages us to recognize the importance of these connections, reminding us that we're stronger together than alone. Chapter 13, Be Patient and Persistent. Sun Tzu teaches that the path to victory is often long and requires patience. Those who are patient in the face of adversity often achieve greatness. In life, this translates to understanding that worthwhile goals take time and that persistence is often more valuable than quick results. Chapter 14, Embrace the Power of Observation. Sun Tzu emphasizes that observation is a critical skill, stating, "If you wait by the river long enough, the bodies of your enemies will float by." While the quote may sound intense, its essence is about learning the value of patience and observation before acting. In modern life, the practice of observation allows us to gather information, understand our surroundings, and make informed decisions. Observation isn't just about seeing, it's about actively listening, watching for subtle cues, and understanding the context of a situation before jumping to conclusions. In a professional setting, this might mean observing team dynamics, understanding the priorities of key stakeholders, or noting patterns that influence outcomes. By stepping back and taking in these details, we gain insights that others may miss, allowing us to act strategically and effectively. In personal relationships, being observant can deepen our connections with others. By noticing small changes in behavior, mood, or tone, we can respond with empathy and support, strengthening our bonds. Sun Tzu's emphasis on observation encourages us to be mindful and attentive, reminding us that awareness is often the first step toward effective action. Chapter 15, Manage Risks Wisely. Sun Tzu teaches that calculated risk is essential to victory. He who is prudent and lies in wait for an enemy who is not, will be victorious. Life is full of risks, but by approaching them strategically, we can make choices that lead to greater opportunities and success. This principle doesn't encourage recklessness but rather advocates for a balanced approach to risk-taking. Managing risks means understanding the potential downsides of any decision and weighing them against the possible rewards. For example, someone considering a career change may evaluate the risks associated with leaving a stable job while also considering the potential for growth and fulfillment in a new role. By assessing both sides, they can make an informed choice that aligns with their long-term goals. On a smaller scale, managing risk is about making day-to-day decisions that safeguard our well-being and success. It could mean setting boundaries in relationships, carefully budgeting our finances, or seeking professional advice when needed. Sun Tzu's insight reminds us that success often comes from taking smart, calculated risks, not from avoiding risk altogether. Chapter 16. Control your emotions. Sun Tzu warns that emotions, particularly anger, can cloud judgment. If your opponent is of choleric temper, seek to irritate him. This advice points to the value of emotional self-control. In life, learning to manage our emotions allows us to approach challenges calmly, make rational decisions, and avoid impulsive reactions that could lead to regret. Emotion management is especially important in high-stress situations, where the ability to stay calm and focused can make all the difference. For example, in a difficult conversation with a colleague or loved one, taking a moment to breathe and assess our feelings before responding can lead to a more constructive outcome. Rather than reacting in the heat of the moment, emotional control helps us express ourselves clearly and thoughtfully. In a broader sense, emotional resilience builds our capacity to handle life's ups and downs with grace. By not letting anger, frustration, or fear take control, we strengthen our ability to face challenges head-on and find solutions that align with our values. Sun Tzu's teachings encourage us to cultivate inner calm, allowing us to navigate life's battles with clarity and wisdom. Chapter 17. Focus on the big picture. Sun Tzu teaches that a wise strategist sees beyond immediate gains, keeping long-term goals in mind. Do not engage an enemy more powerful than yourself unless absolutely necessary. In life, this lesson is about not getting distracted by short-term challenges or victories at the expense of long-term goals. Maintaining a focus on the big picture means being clear about our end goals and ensuring that our actions align with them. For example, someone who wants to achieve financial independence might resist the temptation to spend on fleeting pleasures, instead prioritizing savings and investments that support their ultimate objective. By keeping their long-term goals in mind, they can make decisions that contribute to lasting success. In relationships and personal growth, focusing on the big picture encourages us to invest in things that bring lasting value, such as meaningful connections, skill development, or personal fulfillment. Sun Tzu's wisdom reminds us that success isn't just about winning individual battles, but about consistently working toward the broader vision that gives our lives purpose and direction. Chapter 18. Learn from each battle. Sun Tzu highlights the importance of learning from each experience, stating, "In the midst of chaos, there is opportunity." Every challenge we face, whether we win or lose, presents valuable lessons that can inform future decisions and strategies. Life, too, is a series of battles that, when approached with reflection, can offer insights into how we can grow and improve. Learning from each experience means taking time to reflect on both our successes and failures. After a project at work, a challenging conversation, or a personal goal, consider what went well and what could have been done differently. By identifying key takeaways, we build a foundation for future success and develop resilience that allows us to face new challenges with confidence. This approach to learning also means being open to feedback and continuously seeking ways to improve. Just as a warrior refines their skills with each encounter, we, too, grow stronger by integrating the lessons of the past. Sun Tzu's teachings inspire us to view each experience as an opportunity for growth, reminding us that wisdom is gained not just from victories but from the journey itself. Chapter 19. Protect your peace. Sun Tzu's strategies often emphasize the value of peace over unnecessary conflict, advising warriors to avoid battles whenever possible. In our lives, this principle translates to protecting our peace and well-being, prioritizing our mental and emotional health above all else. Life is filled with challenges, but many of them don't need to disrupt our inner calm. Protecting your peace means recognizing what matters and letting go of what doesn't. It might mean avoiding toxic relationships, setting boundaries with people who drain your energy, or choosing not to engage in conflicts that don't serve your growth. By consciously deciding where to focus your energy, you maintain a sense of calm that allows you to live in alignment with your values. This principle also encourages mindfulness practices, such as meditation or journaling, which can help center the mind and reduce stress. By building a routine that protects your peace, you develop resilience against life's inevitable challenges, approaching each one with a calm mind and an open heart. Sun Tzu's emphasis on peace reminds us that true strength comes not from constant battle, but from cultivating inner tranquility. Chapter 20. Be grateful for the journey. Finally, Sun Tzu's teachings remind us that life's path is a journey filled with ups and downs. While every challenge offers a chance to grow, it's essential to take time to appreciate the progress we've made and to celebrate our achievements, both big and small. Practicing gratitude allows us to find joy in the journey itself, recognizing that each step, each lesson, and each moment of growth is something to be valued. Being grateful for the journey doesn't mean ignoring challenges or setbacks. Rather, it means acknowledging that these experiences shape who we are. Each lesson, each battle, and each victory brings us closer to understanding ourselves and the world around us. By finding gratitude in the journey, we build a sense of fulfillment that no external success can match. Chapter 21. Practice humility. Sun Tzu advises warriors to maintain humility, warning against arrogance and overconfidence. He who exercises no forethought but makes light of his opponents is sure to be captured by them. In our lives, humility allows us to stay grounded, open to learning, and appreciative of the skills and contributions of those around us. It's a reminder that success often requires collaboration and that overconfidence can lead to blind spots and missed opportunities. Practicing humility means being willing to admit when we don't have all the answers, being open to feedback, and respecting the experiences and insights of others. In a work setting, humility allows for stronger teamwork and a more collaborative environment, where each person's strengths are recognized and utilized. In personal life, humility strengthens relationships, showing others that we value them for who they are rather than what they can do for us. Humility also allows us to keep learning. By acknowledging that there's always room for growth, we remain receptive to new ideas, perspectives, and skills. Sun Tzu's emphasis on humility reminds us that true strength comes not from ego but from the willingness to grow and improve alongside others. Chapter 22. Balance strategy with compassion. Sun Tzu's principles teach us how to approach life strategically, but in our own lives, it's essential to balance this strategic mindset with compassion. The greatest leaders and individuals succeed not only because they are wise and decisive, but also because they care about those around them. Balancing strategy with compassion means recognizing that our actions impact others and that genuine success encompasses empathy and understanding. In our personal lives, compassion helps us foster deeper, more meaningful relationships. It allows us to see beyond our goals and ambitions to the well-being of the people who share our journey. Whether it's lending a helping hand, offering words of encouragement, or simply listening with empathy, compassion creates bonds that go beyond any strategy or plan. On a larger scale, combining strategy with compassion can lead to positive change. When we think strategically about how to help others, support our communities, or contribute to causes that matter, we create a ripple effect that benefits not only ourselves but also those around us. Sun Tzu's teachings encourage us to approach life with wisdom, but our own modern journey asks that we do so with an open heart as well. Conclusion: Living the Art of War for Everyday Life. As we close The Art of War for Everyday Life, it's clear that Sun Tzu's ancient wisdom transcends time and circumstance, providing guidance that remains as relevant today as it was centuries ago. The strategies we've explored, knowing ourselves and our goals, adapting to change, conserving energy, practicing discipline, and embracing simplicity, are principles that can elevate every aspect of our lives. Sun Tzu's teachings remind us that life is a journey of constant learning, growth, and adaptation. Each challenge presents an opportunity, each setback a lesson, and each victory a stepping stone to greater understanding. Whether we're navigating our careers, relationships, or personal development, these principles offer a roadmap for living with purpose, resilience, and clarity. In the end, The Art of War is more than a manual for battle, it's a philosophy for living wisely and strategically. By applying these teachings to our everyday lives, we create a life that not only achieves our personal goals, but also brings peace, fulfillment, and meaning. Sun Tzu's wisdom guides us to live intentionally, to act with insight, and to face every challenge with strength and composure. Thanks for listening, and please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons and also click the small bell icon to receive a notification every time a new free audiobook has arrived. Thanks again.